of immigrants has resulted in a march attended by hundreds who took to the streets of Durban, calling for stricter laws and eradication of crime allegedly perpetuated by foreigners. Scores of marchers highlighted concerns about illegal immigrants in the city. Singing and chanting, "Abahambe, they must go now," scores of marchers took to the streets in the Durban Central Business District in action to call out illegal foreigners in the city and across the entire country. The march, dubbed March has resulted in attracted massive attention on social media streets of Durban, calling for stricter laws, the momentum and eradication of crime, ordinary citizens perpetuated by parties, church communities, traditional scores of marchers highlighted concerns about illegal immigrants. Marchers chanted, "They must go now." Singing and chanting, "Abahambe." During the march, protesters shared their frustration to the streets in the Durban Central Business District in action to call out illegal foreigners in the city and across the entire country. The march, dubbed March in March, attracted massive attention on social media before the day. The momentum drew political leadership, ordinary citizens, political parties, church communities, traditional formations, and the business sector. In high pitch, marchers chanted, "They must go now." During the march, protesters shared their frustration about flawed government laws that enabled illegal foreigners to take over the city. Our porous borders and lack of proper paperwork has seen Durban become home to criminals and fraudsters, immigrating from neighboring countries to perpetuate drug deals, human trafficking, and building hijackings. Apart from that, these foreigners enjoy the country's benefits without giving anything back. They are enjoying child grants. You cannot get child grant unless your child is South African. Healthcare. Healthcare is essential for everyone across the world. Housing. Housing does not give any undocumented individual a house. And remember, we South Africans get free housing and live on rent money from foreigners. Education. Education is free to documented South Africans, hence why undocumented students cannot make it to matric. Plus, foreigners come for work, not education. Employment. Yes, they take our jobs because we are too lazy to hunt for jobs and always have something to say to our employers instead of shutting our big mouths and doing our jobs. And property. We South Africans sell our own property to undocumented foreigners to our own agenda. Foreigners are always not comfortable enough to the point of getting up, persuading a documented South African to sell property or register a business under our names. We love easy money and business ownership. We are smart enough to register foreigners' businesses under our names, hoping for this day to come back for xenophobia so we can claim their businesses as ours. Very smart, but not realizing the consequences, indicated the marchers. The march convener, Nozibusiso Kambule, shared, "We must do it for our country. I wonder if you considered the lives we are going to lose since this is war you are declaring." Note, in 2000, there were a total number of 501,600 South Africans residing abroad. In 2005, this increased to 550,462 and continued to 743,807 in 2010. Therefore, be aware that there is roughly 413,000, which is around 500,000 in 20 years, that have left South Africa. All these are our people living outside our South Africa and being called foreigners too. Think again. The pain we're going to cause to any of those families, we are going to feel it too. Well, unless any of you are selfish enough to be thinking only of their families, not all South Africans that are going to be affected. All cops to do their job, as always, to deal with crime and laws of this country. Future. This is a call for a safer South Africa. Our goal is to support the victims of these crimes, stop using victims affected by crimes to own benefit, encourage them to come forward and report such incidents, and ensure that the perpetrators are held accountable. Through this peaceful demonstration, We aim to address the challenges of illegal immigration and its impact on crime, public resources, and social cohesion. This event is a unified call to action for the government, law enforcement agencies, and communities to take decisive steps in combating illegal immigration and its associated crimes. In addition to the demonstration, it is a pathway for South Africans to unite and demand accountability, justice, stronger border control, tougher penalties for illegal activities, and support for legal immigrants who contribute positively to our society. Trust me, my friend, here you are making sense. The march was also supported by the Ministry of Police. Minister Senzo Mchunu threw his weight behind the action. He is a minister. It is his duty to be around such incidents in regard to peace and justice. He was mainly there for illegal terms to be accounted for, not to take laws into your own hands. The Ministry of Police fully acknowledges and supports the peaceful march that took place in Durban, aimed at highlighting concerns regarding undocumented foreign nationals within our communities. The march is a call for enhanced vigilance, violence, and action from the relevant authorities to address illegal immigration and ensure that those who violate the law are held accountable. The SEPS will continue its efforts to protect all South Africans. You forgot the rule of the basic human rights, thus all individuals, not only us South Africans, and ensure that the rule of law is upheld. We will work collaboratively with immigration authorities and all relevant partners to address the root causes of illegal immigration and its associated risks, Mchunu said. Jacinta Ngobese Zuma, the march organizer, clarified the action had no xenophobic elements, but it was about building a more inclusive society within the confines of the law. This is all a lie. You are declaring war and bringing back xenophobia in a different style. Please do not blind us. Not all of us will fall for your trap and kill our kids and risk the lives of South Africans living outside South Africa. Be aware that in 2020, 915,000 South Africans were living abroad, and surely there are more than that by now. Are you ready to accept them in coffins from border gates, airports, and seaports? I do not think so. Never ever announce xenophobia again. Do you understand?